Hey, you get what you pay for, okay?
Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast. My name is Alicia Stella. With me as always is my co-host Ian.
Hey, kids.
Today we are just introducing a previously recorded premium episode all about the Jungle Cruise.
Yay! I had to prod Alicia a little bit to do this. Just a little tiny bit.
Our premium episodes are normally found on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You can listen to exclusive episodes, but we are releasing this one as a special bonus episode. There will not be a normal ParkStop podcast this week or this month, but we thought this was one of the funner ones that we did.
Yeah, and most people are trapped inside, so hopefully you guys get some laughs out of us being dorks. I don't know. I don't know.
we go through the whole spiel and all the alternate questions and
literally the whole spiel. And we just did Jaws the same way, and it was great.
Yeah.
I fell out of a chair.
Yeah, we just recorded the Jaws episode that's up on Patreon now, and Ian very, very much fell out of the chair. I feel like you went up onto a cliff to fall out of that chair.
Yeah, I did. If it was staged, I would have done it more dramatically, but it wasn't staged.
It couldn't have been you couldn't have made it sound funnier than you already did.
I didn't make it anything. It just happened.
But you're okay. You're okay.
Yep, I'm just drinking a beer like usual.
If you're watching this on YouTube, the video version does not have additional visuals for this episode, for the special bonus Jungle Cruise episode, but please enjoy our antics.
Or whatever you guys call them that you listen to. I don't know why you listen to me at all.
Bad jokes.
Oh yeah, bad jokes.
Yeah, bad jokes. Perfect for the Jungle Cruise. All right, enjoy.
Bye.
I'd like searchlights in the night, gorgeous teeth and snowy white. Take a look, here comes my ball and chain.
We regret to inform you that, unfortunately, at this time, the Jungle Cruise is still running.
Here comes my ball and chain.
Of course.
Like
Of
people
course.
everyone would immediately look up and be like, no, and be like, oh, okay.
And you could only get away with it there.
Yeah, I wonder if they still do that.
I hope they still do that.
Welcome to ParkStop Premium. Today, Ian and I will be talking about Jungle Cruise at Magic Kingdom.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we're both so sorry. Like, strap in. It's a 10-minute ride, but we have all the alternate jokes.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
But in addition to reading through the spiel, which I still have from when I worked there in 1999, we'll also be talking about some behind-the-scenes stuff of how the ride works and maybe a little bit of history and some of the changes that have happened since then.
Ooh, I have an idea. What was your favorite ride on the Jungle Cruise? Whether you were a skipper or not.
Like, ever?
Yeah, like ever. Like, what's your most memorable ride?
There was this one guy, oh my God, I think his name was Ian. Oh my God, that's so weird.
Of course it was.
He did a great show, and one of my first rides around when I got hired to see they obviously picked him to show. It's like, this is what it could be. This is the best it could be. And it was like every joke was spot on, but also every joke was off book. So it was a lot of pop culture references and stuff, and like the lead would lean in and be like, you can't say that. It's like, yeah, but this is great. The audience really got a kick out of it. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's weird to go on it now and have like no response at all. Boats where like no one is caring at all, or even the skippers really not putting enough into it. So I remember some of the best ones is just when the skippers, active and having a good time.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's not always the skipper's fault. Sometimes it's just you got a bad audience and you feed off their lack of energy.
Or your crew can't speak English and has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that makes it
would
even
ever
more
happen.
fun, I think. It's like, watch out,
Yeah,
the
for
snake's
you.
gonna eat you. So yeah, like we said, we have here, I have the actual pages. There's the actual spiel. Disney, don't sue me.
It's not even relevant anymore, technically, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been rewritten. This is the one we have is like from 1991, but it's been revised a couple times since by the time it got printed for me. And it's been so long, I really don't remember a lot of it. So this will be new to me too.
Oh boy.
But yeah, as Ian, like you were saying, there's like some like helpful information in the first 3 pages.
Yeah, helpful. Let me also warn you guys, I have not read more than like a page or two, so anything I read is going to be my first time reading it. So it'll be fun for all of us.
That's the fun part. We'll be discovering this together.
Yeah, these first pages. I don't agree with some of the writing in it, but that's okay. You go ahead.
Yeah, so I like how it starts off with section 7.1, but that's the first page. It's literally page 1. So I have no idea where the other 6.97 pages are.
It's top secret.
Yeah, it starts.
Maybe got to be a lead.
Maybe. So it just says 7.1 general, as you start off after 6 sections. The Adventureland Jungle Cruise is and has been since opening day one of the most popular and talked about attractions at Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. An enormous amount. By the way, this whole thing is in caps. It just now occurred to me that it's like in adventurer pirate font, and it's all in caps.
It's like some weird old school newspaper headline font, if I'm remembering.
It does look
right?
like it's typed. Yeah. How old is this?
I don't know. I have that font. I just can't remember the name of it. It's not fun to read.
An enormous amount of thought and effort has gone into its planning and design, and for most of our guests, it's the closest thing to a real-life cruise through the jungle that they will ever experience.
The Jungle Cruise provides an opportunity for you, the skipper, to present the spiel in an enthusiastic and an imaginative way. There's no other attraction where the human element, the role of the skipper, quote unquote, is so closely intertwined with the rest of the show. Never forget that you are a performer, underlined, and will always have showmanship. That is the ability to present your material, familiar expressions that you said over and over, with your natural personality and a tasteful sense of humor, making the experience come alive for your guests.
What's funny is that it says you are a performer underlined, but technically your pay rate is Spieler and not entertainment. so it's no. Like, wait, which one am I? Am I a performer? Because then you have to pay me more.
I think my favorite part of that is actually that tasteful is underlined.
Tasteful
and I don't
sense
really
of humor.
I don't know that the Jungle Cruise is known for tasteful humor.
Yeah, I think that's their way of nicely saying not crude.
I don't know what they'd be talking about. I would never curse.
Section 7.2. Philosophy of the Spiel. Yeah, buckle up, folks. We got a long time to go. Although you are one of the most important parts of the show, keep in mind that you are indeed a part of the show, not the whole show. Was that the part you disagree with?
Yeah, I call bull. Bull. Nonsense. Okay, keep going.
This is sometimes easy to forget when you've gotten a few laughs and some applause. I like how little they think of us. You're just going to get a few laughs and some applause.
I mean, it's only the point of the show and having the skipper is to make it fun. So, anyway, yep.
It's all too easy to let those one-liners creep into your spiel, many times with words that have nothing to do with the Jungle Cruise or the mood you're trying to instill. Instead of creating an atmosphere of excitement, suspense, and humorous fun for your guests, before long you can find yourself coming across as a one-person comedy act. To say the least, this can quickly destroy the intent that Walt Disney and his designers had behind this highly themed show.
You hear that, kids? So they're not supposed to do one-liners, but the whole thing is one-liners. Okay. The spiel has been composed and written with a number of considerations in mind, all of which are intended to make your job more satisfying and enjoyable. But don't make up your own jokes, because that's not satisfying.
Yeah, that whole section feels very anti what the ride has become over here. It's describing essentially the nightmare scenario for whoever wrote that paragraph now. This is the world we live in. I'm sorry. Have you seen the Jingle Cruise? The Jingle Cruise is literally all one-liners.
It is, and I have a funny story about the Jingle Cruise. That was Tara's first experience on that ride.
Which is weird. It's weird to experience the Jungle Cruise first as an overlay.
Yep, that is true. But we were on a boat early in the morning and everyone was quiet except for Tara and I. And Tara was laughing so hard at the jokes, because that's like right up her alley, that she messed the skipper up and they were laughing in each other's faces at one point. And I was dying from watching this whole thing. And we were right in the front. So it was amazing. I didn't even notice anybody else. But yeah. So yeah.
I was going to ask
Sorry
if you
about
were right
that.
in the front. That's good.
Yep. Well, she was sitting on the magic square.
7.3 Presenting
Oh
the
boy.
Spiel. The Spiel is written not only to be presented verbally, but to be acted out. In most cases, you'll find that how you say it is every bit as important as what you say. The pitch of your voice, your facial expressions, your body language, and your eye contact are all crucial parts of the Spiel. Sitting with your back to the crew will do little for them, or you. On the other hand, getting involved or living your role will make all the difference in the world in the response you get. I don't remember reading any of this. So I probably just skipped right to the script.
Oh man.
It's been said before, and bears saying again, you'll get out of a trip what you put into it. An indifferent attitude and monotone spiel will elicit an indifferent response from your crew and evolve in a I can't say these words.
She's drinking, kids.
Drinking with reading. This was a good idea. An involved, enthusiastic approach will, on the other hand, give your guests something to remember and will make your job more meaningful and just plain fun! Exclamation point.
Wow.
Oh, how much more of this is there? Okay, good.
Corporate ease. Are we almost done?
Almost.
All right. 7.3.1 Guest involvement.
It's a section within a section within a section.
It's a subsection? I don't even know what's going on anymore.
It's a subsection of a subsection.
Shouldn't that be an A? Okay, sorry. You'll also notice that there are many sections in the spiel that involve the guests. Whether it's referring to a color that someone is wearing, mentioning their name, that you saw on a hat, purse, or bracelet, or just making general reference to them. It adds that personal touch that makes people really feel a part of the experience. Guest involvement is the essence of a truly successful spiel. I was just thinking that some people don't like to be picked on. So you might call on someone and they'll just be like, yeah, I don't want to pay attention to you anymore.
At least twice, I did make a joke that I immediately retired because it did not work. I thought it was funny, but it didn't go over well the second time. This kid's wearing a shirt. It's got Winnie the Pooh on it. I turn to the father and I go, I don't know if you know this, but your kid's shirt has poo on it.
That's great.
It was funny the first time. And then the second time, I don't think English was their first language and they were very confused and they didn't go over well. The boat was laughing though. So like I pretend I'm saying it off mic, but it's clearly hearable.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Should have kept that in.
That's the kind of off book stuff you can expect from me. 7.3.2 Show scenes. The spiel allows many of the scenes to speak for themselves. Generally, you will be far more effective if you undertalk rather than overtalk. Hitting your crew over the head with constant and never-ending dialogue will not only become distracting, but will make them miss essential visual details of the show. After presenting a scene clearly and spontaneously, pause and give guests a chance to digest what you've just said. Let them use all of their senses to soak up the atmosphere around them, and then introduce them to the next scene. Oh god, this keeps going.
How many more pages of this?
Oh no, there's only one more paragraph. 7.3.3.
Okay. Humor.
Nothing is more funny than dissecting jokes.
Yeah. Nothing like turning jokes corporate. That always is a good idea. All right. Another thought to consider is that humor is woven into the spiel in measured amounts.
That's why it's not funny.
Every scene is not meant to be funny, nor should it be presented that way. Your guests are every bit as interested in the descriptive. What? That's weird. There's a hyphen in there.
Oh yeah,
descriptive aspect of what you're saying as they are in your sense of humor. It's robots and fake things.
Hey, you make them come alive with your spiel.
Apparently.
All right, so 7.4. I guess the whole rest of this is just 7.4.
Oh no, we start getting into letters and stuff too. We get 1F for the scenes, I guess. What is it?
Oh yeah, those are scene numbers. Okay.
Loading guests. As guests are loading, the boat skipper will assist by giving directions with one or more of the following. Go ahead.
Okay. Slide all the way forward now. Slide forward. That's how I keep the cushions clean on this boat.
This is my favorite loading one. Sit real close together now. We've got to get 312 people on this boat, and you're just the first layer. So good.
I don't remember that.
You should have used that.
I don't remember any of these. No, I use things like, see how Ian keeps putting more people on and more on and more on. You know what that makes Ian? And everyone says a moron, and you go, no, an efficient loader.
That's good. See, that should be in here.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Oh, 1B.
Oh, good. At least it's good they have labels, because I'm going to lose track. I don't know if this will make a difference to any of you, but I get paid by how many people I take out, not by how many I bring back.
Well, I've actually heard that one.
Yeah.
I've actually heard that one. All right. Sit close together now. The closer you squeeze in, the harder it will be for something to pull you out.
Come on in, fill the center cushion. It's the best seat in the house. Too bad this is a boat.
Boo. That's a big sigh.
The middle is terrible, though, because you can't see past the awning, so you see like half the stuff.
Yeah, it's bad. Up front was fun. Because in the back, then you sit on the end, you get the motor in that middle section.
Oh, yeah,
in
you
the
can't
back.
hear a thing.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and sit in that doorway, sir, ma'am. It keeps the animals out and the humans in.
Oh, look, this is probably where I got that idea for the joke in the first place. How many of you are on the Jungle Cruise for the first time? It's okay, so am I.
I've heard that one too. Some of you might want to come up and sit on the sacrificial altar. I mean the center cushion.
We like to balance out the boat, so when we sink, we go down evenly.
Sometime during the loading process, the skipper has the option of choosing a child, a guest under 10, or a senior over 65 to help pilot the boat later in the cruise. A sample recruitment spiel follows.
Hi, what's your name? I'm going to need your help driving Bob, I'm going to need your help driving the boat a little later in the trip, okay? I'll tell you when ready, so you be ready.
Oh, boy. You like my pun? Get it, Bob?
He doesn't sink? Okay.
Yeah, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
Nina, that's for you. Okay, anyway. They spelled Mike wrong. That drives me nuts. Do this off mic. They spelled Mike wrong.
Where is the mic? Oh.
In the note. Do this off mic.
You got to do it off mic. Mike, get over here.
Do this off mic so the rest of the boat doesn't hear it. This will avoid problems if the guest refuses and won't get the attention of other children seated in the rear of the boat.
7.4.2 On the River. Once on the river, the skipper's spiel includes a welcome commentary on all 12 show scenes, closing remarks, and other approved spiels as appropriate. I got 12 right. I said 12 earlier in the podcast, and I actually remembered there's 12 scenes. That was a random, accurate guess. The skipper's spiels are as follows. While pulling away from the dock, throttle up slowly. So, yeah, we've talked about this before, but that throttle is real. Like, you got to really drive the boat.
Well,
you don't have to steer the boat, but you have to drive the boat. If that makes any sense. Because the boat is like, the water's only 4 feet deep, but there's like a trench in the center that a big pole sticks out the bottom of the boat, and it keeps you like a guide rail.
Yep. All right. Welcome, crew. My name is Ian. I'll be your skipper, alligator wrestler, and swimming instructor today, or for the next 2.5 weeks. On a cruise that could only happen in the Magic Kingdom. We're going to travel across 3 continents and down 4 of the greatest rivers of the world. Before entering the rainforest, you pause. And this happens.
You won't even need a passport. All we'll need is some courage and a little bit of luck. Don't worry, I've always been lucky. The courage is up to you. So let's get started. Tell me, folks, has anyone ever heard these words before on the Jungle Cruise?
I have never heard these words.
These are foreign to me in every way.
An alternative would be, now before we begin, everyone, turn around and wave goodbye to the people on the dock. Go ahead, wave and say goodbye. lead the crew in saying goodbye because you'll never see them again. You may never see anyone again.
Yeah, see, now
I've
that
heard
I've
that
heard.
one.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
people use. Here's another alternate. Before we begin, everyone raise your hand and join me in a Jungle Cruise tradition. Raise your hand and repeat after I hope
I hope
we do
we do
get back.
get back. Yep. I don't think I've heard that one. Before we begin, let me take a little poll. How many here are from out of the country? Out of state? Out of their minds? If you're going into the jungle with me, you must be.
Yeah, that's one you use when the boats are backed up at the end of the ride and you say all the first part. It's like, how many of you raise your hand if you're from out of the country? Out of state? Out of money? Definitely off book.
All of these, by the way, could use the little drum button, but that would
Oh,
get
we
really
have
annoying.
we have the drum button. All right. I'm gonna wait till it's like you never suspected. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Only when it's the worst joke.
Oh man. Okay, who read last? Oh, that was me.
You know, it says here that like this next scene, vine canopy, and then you throttle down, you slow down the boat. The vine canopy is gone. It's I don't know if you've noticed. There used to be like a canopy with fake and real vines covering the first part of the Amazon, where the butterflies are before the waterfall and then after the waterfall. And it had like little misters. So it'd make like a really cool, dark atmosphere. And I was looking at pictures earlier and I'm so sad that that's gone now.
Really? I don't think I noticed that they were gone. I do remember it being darker there.
Yeah, I'll have to, maybe I'm wrong, but there'll be comments that'll be like, no, it's still there. Like, okay, well, I just did notice last time. But I'm pretty sure it's been gone. Maybe it's came back again, but it was gone for
Maybe.
a while.
There's some water for the river.
You hear the creatures?
There's
It's a Bengal tiger from Asia.
a rhino drinking water over here, apparently.
Let's begin our first adventure, a trip deep into the endangered rainforest of South America. I'm just going to start reading faster. On the river they call the Jungle Sea, the Amazon, the mightiest river in the world. Everything about the Amazon is larger than life.
Like butterflies. Take a look at those giant butterflies. Their wingspan can measure up to a foot across. Oh boy.
I like how the alternates get funnier and funnier, and it just starts with a plain one. The alternates are, take a look at those giant butterflies. Their wingspan can measure from 12 inches all the way up to a whopping 1 foot.
That one I've heard.
I did my own variation on that, though. I thought it was funnier to reverse it and be like, those butterflies can grow anywhere from 1 foot up to 12 inches. See, if you reverse it, you think it's going to be like 12 feet, but it's 12 inches.
That's funny.
Yeah, thank you. I worked on that one.
Good one. Mm-hmm. And then now we're coming to the falls.
Oh, wait. No.
Oh, no.
I have heard someone say, and I wrote it down because it's so funny. These butterflies are capable of flapping a human to death in 10 seconds.
That should definitely be in there.
That's
How
good.
is that not in there? That's real good. Approaching the falls. Probably one of my favorite parts because they get some good jokes. The Amazon carries 4 times as much water as any other river. A lot of it comes from waterfalls like this one.
This is Inspiration Falls. And sometimes people wonder why it's called Inspiration Falls.
Ugh.
That's like, it's so bland without the alternatives.
This is Inspiration Falls. And crew, it's funny, but every time we get to this point in the cruise, my entire crew asks me together and at the same time, why do you call this Inspiration Falls? And then you hold the mic out for a response. If you get a response, I'm glad you asked. If no response, and sometimes they don't, but I'll tell them anyway. That's good.
It's called Inspiration Falls because it inspires usually sensible people to go deeper and deeper into the jungle. Isn't it beautiful? Everyone say, ooh.
Ooh.
Everybody say, ah.
Ah.
That's inspiration if I've ever heard it. We're going on, folks. Okay, now it's coming back to me. That sounds like something I would say.
Okay, here's another one.
Oh God, there's more.
It's called Inspiration Falls because legend has it that if you listen carefully, you can hear the falls singing to you. inspiring you to go deeper and deeper into the jungle. Cup your hand to the ear and listen to the falls as if you're hearing something. Anybody else hear it sing? If no immediate response, nobody. Well, I guess I've been in
It
the
says
jungle
guest.
too long.
It says I guessed.
It does. Okay. Nobody? Whoa, I guess I've been in the jungle too long. And the response is yes, you did. I'm afraid we've already been in the jungle too long. Oh boy, guessed. Mm-hmm.
As we round this bend, we not only change rivers, but continents. Now we're on the Congo River, the deepest, darkest part of Central Africa.
War canoes?
Yeah.
The Congo River
in other
has
words,
been
pygmy canoes, but I think they changed it by this time.
The Congo River has been described as a giant snake stretching across the African continent, with its tail in the jungle and its head in the sea. I wonder why those war canoes are abandoned.
Oh, see, there you go. The alternate still has it. Usually there's a pygmy welcoming party here. Kind of a dead party. Something must have scared everyone away. A joke that I've heard is each of these canoes can hold up to 300 pygmies.
That's awesome.
Great. Yeah, I should have found some more off the script jokes because they're way better.
That was awesome. See, kids, this will give you a better appreciation for your skipper when they make you laugh.
Yeah, all the jokes that are your favorites aren't actually in the script. They've just been handed down from generation to generation for 40 years.
All right. Turn around to suddenly see a python. Whoa! This might explain it. Up on the left is a giant python. They can grow to be 24 feet long and look directly at a child, can swallow children whole.
I like that. Look directly at a child, can swallow children whole. Oh, there's an alternate. This might explain it. On the left is a giant python. They could grow to be 24 feet long. They're friendly creatures. They can get a crush on you, believe me.
Aw. All right. Safari camp. If you don't mind, we're going to stop by my camp and pick up a few things. And, interrupted, oh no, will you look at that? I've got some uninvited house guests.
Hey, you guys, get out of here. Oops, look out. Junior's armed and dangerous. Hold up your hand in a mock surrender because the little one has a gun.
Yeah.
Guys, anything you want. When you're as strong as 10 men, you give breaking camp a whole new meaning.
Oh. Alternatives. I hired these guys to help me break camp. Looks like they've broken just about everything I own.
See what happens when you leave your front door unlocked in the jungle?
Now, if you're wearing anything yellow, don't make any noises like a banana. They find that very appealing. It just drives them ape. Oh, man.
What?
That's so 60s. That's such a 60s joke.
Why is the best one's the last alternative? That's it. That's my new theory.
No, there's still more.
Oh, God, there's more. Oh, well,
I've
these are the
actually
ones we've heard all the time, yeah.
Yeah, I heard this one.
I couldn't get that Jeep started, but it looks like they got it to turn over.
Oh, boy. Pretty sloppy job of parking. Oh, man. Pretty sloppy job of parking that Jeep, guys. You left the lights on.
It's upside down. As we leave the Congo, we're on another famous African river, the longest in the world, the Nile. It's over 4,000 miles long. Oh, that's it? There's no alternatives?
Nope.
All right, let me redo that then. We're now entering the Nile River. It's the longest river in the world. It goes on for Niles and Niles and Niles. If you don't believe me, you're in denial.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that one.
Or sometimes lately they've been saying like, if you don't believe me, where are you? And they're like, denial. And they're like, no, you're in a boat.
I've heard that one too, actually.
So like there's even twists on the twists. None of that in the script.
All right. Look up ahead with a line through it. Look up ahead. An African elephant. You can tell that's an African elephant by its large floppy ears. Elephant sound effects.
Thank you. I'll be here all day.
Oh boy. You must have heard something. Those ears can pick up sounds over 2 miles away. It's all straight. That's not even fun.
Look, on the other side of the... Watch this. Speak. Louder. Pretty impressive, huh? Trained him myself.
Oh boy. Everybody wave and maybe he'll say hi. Everybody wave. Go ahead.
And then this... No, okay.
Again.
I'm gonna get lightheaded. I'm out.
At least
I'm
you
out.
have one you can copy and paste.
That's true.
Pretty impressive, huh? I trained him myself. The Foley artist, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Going around rock. So is there nothing here about the rock?
Going around rock and entering the Africa.
Absolutely nothing about the rock in the script.
Nope, there's no rock jokes.
Oh
No
my
rock
god.
jokes.
All right, what are some rock jokes we can remember? This is my favorite part of the tour. Most people don't realize it's a sedimentary rock. Don't take it for granted.
Oh yeah, that's the one I hear the most, I think.
Lately, someone said, ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting part of the Jungle Cruise, the rock. And like he's talking about the movie. He's going to be in the movie.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm lightheaded. You can start.
When elephants trample through the jungle, they make paths other animals can follow, like the ones up ahead on the African veldt. This is where zebras, wildebeests, impalas, and giraffes come to the Nile for water, but not all of them will return to their herds. Yeah, I can't read anymore. That pride of lions up on the rocks will see to that. This illustrates a basic law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. What is that? That's not even a joke.
No, I was reading earlier about the history of the ride. And apparently the scene was supposed to not be funny, so they purposely didn't put jokes here.
But what about don't worry, kids, the zebras are just taking a nap.
Yeah, that's not in the script. Oh, like, oh, look, the cubs are playing with that nice zebra. Things like that. There's another law of the jungle that says African rhinos can run faster than safaris on foot. How'd you like to be the low man on that totem pole?
Oh. Even though a rhino weighs 2.5 tons, he can still run as fast as a horse.
Those guys didn't believe it, but they'll get the point in the end. Oh, there's more.
Alternatives. Talk about a native uprising.
Bottoms up, guys.
That's a pretty upwardly mobile group.
Yeah. You know how to take wait, what? I'm messing up my own off-script jokes. You know how to keep a rhino from charging?
How?
Take away his credit card.
Oh. That's what I expect to hear.
Yeah, I think that the point was no jokes on the veldt, so that by the time you get to the totem pole thing, which was new for Magic Kingdom, not in the Disneyland version, like the Mark Davis funny scene can get like all the laughter, and the other one kind of is more educational.
Not anymore.
No, everything's a joke now. I've seen people just flat out sing the Circle of Life when they turn that corner. That's it. There's no jokes. It's just sing the song.
That's genius. That's really kind of genius. I like that.
You can see danger lurks around every bend in the jungle, especially here in Crocodile Country. It's a good thing you've got a brave skipper on board. Pause, then throw to guest skipper. Bob? Bob, stand right up here and take the wheel. Do not allow guests to sit on the stool. Guide them to a standing position behind the wheel.
Oopsies. Alternatives if there is a guest skipper. Wait a minute. I'm not brave enough to drive through this part of the jungle. It's Crocodile Country. Where's my assistant? Bob? He's far braver than me. Bob will drive the boat from here.
And if there's no guest skipper, we're entering Crocodile Country, and you can see danger lurks around every bend of the jungle, so keep your favorite family members inside the boat.
My dad used to laugh at that one.
They have like nicknames and stuff, don't they?
For what?
The two crocodiles.
I think they do.
Yeah, see, there's more to this. That's definitely not scripted.
Okay. You know, crocodiles are different from alligators. They have longer and more pointed jaws. I'll show you. Sir, would you stick your hand out and get us a bite pattern?
Okay, that's good. That's
good.
Pretty funny.
I like that one. I'm good with that one.
That was clever.
That's good. I like that one. That's pretty good.
Look, on the right, there's old Smiley. He's over 100 years old. He just lies around all day looking for a handout.
Well, I've heard that one. I've definitely heard that one. You know, crocs are just one of the dangers of the jungle. You also have to look out for others, like monsoons and rapids and waterfalls.
Waterfalls! It's Schweitzer Falls! We're turning too late. We could capsize. Bob, turn the wheel! Turn the wheel! Hard to starboard! Hard to starboard! No, the other starboard! Look out in the back there! Lean in! You could get wet. Look out.
Oh, alternative. There
It's
is no
cute.
guest
Blame the
skipper.
kid. I like that.
I'm sorry about this. This could be a real bath. I don't know if you were going to make it, but you better lean in the back. Look out! Lean! Oh boy, now we're getting to normal font that's still in all caps.
What happened? Oh, that was it?
Yeah. No more alternatives.
Oh, it's a different font here because this is where they added the airplane. When the Great Movie Ride opened,
Oh,
they
yeah,
put
yeah.
that second half of an airplane in there, so they had to add these pages in with extra stuff. That was close, but we made it. Fortunately, I had Bob here. Did you read that already?
Nope, that's you.
Fortunately, I had Bob here to help me. Let's give him a hand. Thanks, Bob. I'll take it from here.
That was close, but we made it. That man in the back didn't move a muscle, obviously paralyzed with fear.
Oh no, plane crash. That can only mean one thing in these parts. Hippos.
Oh, I love hippos. I like hippos. That should definitely be in there. That's great. Oh, crap. You're laughing so hard.
I'm crying. It doesn't make any sense. Why?
The script broke Alicia.
Why? These hippos can't take down a plane from here. Okay. Your turn.
You gotta stop laughing. I can't get it. I can't get it together over here.
Hippos stuck down the plane. Okay. Don't die. Okay.
Oh man.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, they keep talking about it. Oh no.
It's not gonna be good.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Folks, there's no denying it. If a hippo can take down a plane in midair, it can certainly undeniably capsize a boat like this. Oh, I almost made it through.
I knew it. A pool of hippos. We're going to have to make a run for it, but I'm going to need everyone's help. If we remain completely still, we might, and I mean might, get out of here.
Yeah, we're not on a plane.
So, if I can get myself under control. This was the year that they got rid of the guns. They had guns for all the way since it opened. And skippers would just point blank shoot hippos in the face. And I guess some people would complain that's not sensitive to nature or whatever. So,
oh, I love hippos, and I still think that's funny.
And that's part of the reason too. That I guess that's why these pages are different font because they changed it out. Did they have the ear wiggling in here? Yes. Okay.
I don't know. Oh yeah, they do. All right, alternatives.
They have added the guns back or not?
I don't remember.
Because someone said they added them back, but I haven't seen anyone use them in a long time.
I think they have them in California, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. All right, so where we are.
On that. Alternatives. Just as a thought, a pool of dangerous hippos. Hand skipper hat to nearest guest. Here, you take the hat. They seem to like skippers the best.
Quick, everyone do this. Instruct guests to take both hands and wiggle their ears. I don't know why, but they seem to like it. See, they're wiggling back. It's so
fun.
They took like the most scary scene on the ride and turned it into like a silly little wiggle your ear scene.
That's fun. I like that. I'm okay with that. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, have no fear. I've been trained to handle these types of crises. Affirmative voice. Mommy!
There's always the last hippo when it goes underwater, like water would shoot out its nose.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, most people think that's water coming out of his nose, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah, I knew it.
Not. And I hear people use that for the elephant thing, which is probably more accurate. But this guy was always squirting when I was working, so I thought like people would be like, "Ah," so I'd be like, "Don't worry, it's not."
What are these crossed out ones? Are we going to read the crossed out ones?
No, it's because they repeated on the next page.
Oh, because I see the gun one crossed out too.
Oh, you do? Wait, what does it say?
Says guns scare off hippos, but they can also draw trouble. Like these warriors up ahead.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it would have been. Just ask my last crew in that boat over there. Put hat over heart and point at skulls in boat on shore.
Shh, everybody stay quiet. They like to attack from this hill on the right.
It's an ambush. They're over on the left. That's pretty funny.
Down. Kneel down. Everybody down. Everybody down. Don't worry about the looking stupid. I'm doing that for you.
Someone I worked with would always be like, everybody get down. Everybody get down. Everybody get down. Get down tonight. Get down
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh, I'm sure. But that is definitely not in here in the script.
That's much better.
Yeah, a little levity there. Also, if you listen carefully, someone does scream out, "I love disco," while they're throwing spears at your head.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little hidden thing. I don't know if it's supposed to sound like that or if it accidentally like came out that way.
I don't know, but I know it's been there for a long time. A long time ago, I read a whole bunch of like pranks that were pulled by Jungle Cruise skippers. So, and they listed some of the things that were not pranks, but were kind of funny.
In between the African Veldt and this section, there's a little pathway that was kind of near the break area. Mm-hmm. So, like for a quiet break away from everyone, I would sneak around and like just watch, sitting like behind the giraffes and just kind of watch people and see what jokes they're telling. And I know that managers would do that. They would sneak into either the islands or on the outskirts somewhere and make sure people were staying on script.
Yeah, I heard that actually, that they would sneak around.
I just like to relax and just kind of watch, because it's like seeing the same scene but with different people doing it over and over again. It's you see how different everyone is.
I would do that. That would be fun. Steal some material. I mean, borrow. Whatever.
And I've talked about it before. My favorite thing to do, I'd usually only do it once or twice a day, was to pretend it was my first time. And I would take they give you a little times guide. The cast member wardrobe area have these little times guide things with like when the park closes and when the shows and parades are and stuff. And they're really tiny and they fold up like multi-fold, like a little tiny park map trifold. So I'd put it like in the pocket of the shirt. And I would say, like, I'd be all timid. I'd be like, welcome aboard Jungle Cruise. How many of you, this is your first time? That's my first time too. And then at the waterfall, the first time you hit the waterfall, I would be like, because I'd pretend I'm reading the jokes as I read them. And I'd be like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then at the waterfall, I'd be like, oh no. And I would physically let go of the paper and it would fly away into the wind because it's always windy at the waterfall. And that's looking back on it, it's like, I can't believe I would litter every day right into the Jungle Cruise water. But then like pretend like I'm making it up as I go. And by the end, like the crowd is cheering and like I'm confident, like I've come across and I'm like, yeah. But it's awesome. The only way to make these jokes feel fresh is to have some kind of gimmick. Plus, no one can fault you if they think it's their first time.
Get out of jail free card.
Mm-hmm. I never got in trouble for littering, though.
I've heard about some of the stuff that's been in those waters, so I don't think they're worried about paper.
Well, the rumor was if you fell in, the dye would kill you. So you immediately have to go to first aid and get a tetanus shot. That was the rumor.
That's funny. That's probably to stop people from doing that last day thing.
I think Jaws did that. Would push you into the water.
The last day of the Skipper Cruise, I think they used to jump into the water like willingly.
Really?
Like right around the hippos or something. I know they did it. I'm pretty sure they did that in Disneyland too. I don't know about Florida.
I didn't tell anyone I was quitting, so I luckily didn't have to deal with that. All right, so where are we?
Opal's talking. We are Schweitzer Falls, number 38.
Stand up and see falls approaching. Whoa, up ahead. It's the falls again. It's the only way out. Watch out on the sides and the top. It's going to be a tight fit. Hang on. Looking up at rocks as if concerned.
Now there's a rare sight. Something few people ever get to see. The backside of water. That's still a good joke.
Yeah, alternatives. If anyone has ever wondered what the backside of water looks like, there it is. Looks just like the front of what? Looks like just okay. Looks just like the front to me instead of it says of me. It doesn't say to me. Looks just like the front of me. Like the backside of water looks just like me.
It's good thing they went through this with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, wait, what did they say earlier? A lot of time was spent writing this and preparing it, and you should respect it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, sometimes they put crossouts on the wrong spelling.
And sometimes they just leave the wrong spelling or the wrong word. Okay. More alternatives. For those of you who have never seen the backside of water, here it is. Actually, it looks very much like the water from the front. Nothing to get excited about.
Wow, that's really a letdown.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time now it's like so famous. They're like, here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for, the backside of water, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so good.
Woo, that was a close call. You can all breathe now.
Looks around puzzled. Wait a minute. We're on a different river now. In fact, it's a different continent.
Realizing where you are, we're in the Mekong River of Southeast Asia, deep in the heart of Cambodia. And up ahead is a sacred temple of the Khmer Empire. The Khmer Empire actually ruled most of the Southeast Asia for 7 centuries and built entire cities of temples just like this one.
It looks like there's been an earthquake here lately. This is a new entrance. Wait, and then it says it, and then it doesn't continue.
It looks like there's been an earthquake here lately. This is a
there
new
it is.
entrance. What do you think? Should we go in? Good,
Guess
because we don't
response.
have a choice. And nowhere in here does it say that is Shirley and this is her temple, which is all I ever hear now. Certainly not all the detailed stuff about Cambodia and the dynasty and yeah.
Yeah, my buddy's actually Cambodian, so that's pretty fun. He actually moved down there, so you might get to meet him sometime soon. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, entering temple. There's no telling what we'll find in here, so you keep your eyes open. I'm going to keep mine closed.
That's cute. That's cute.
It is. It is.
Here we go. Oh, alternates. Here we go. Goodbye. Good luck, crew.
You asked for it. Oh, and did I mention that no one has ever come out alive?
From here on, it's every man, woman, and skipper for themselves.
Oh, now we're getting to the fun part.
See, now, okay, when you first enter, there's a tiger.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to talk through most of this. And there's lots of theories online as to why. And like one theory says that, there's a certain amount of minutes for spieling that if you exceed that many minutes, then they have to pay entertainment fees or something like that. And so that you have to stop talking during the temple scene. It's like, nope, I don't think that's it. And other people say it's just so that there's a moment for the skipper to catch their breath. And it's like, no, I don't think that's it either. It's because your voice echoes in there really, really bad.
Yeah, I was going to say
it's just that simple.
It's a lot of echoing. You can't hear what they're saying because I've been on boats where skippers talk and I can't understand a word they're saying.
Yeah, it just bounces and bounces and it's really annoying and it takes away from the ambience of the creepiness of the temple. So they just wanted a quiet scene because it's cool. There were some people though, even in 1999, I think that would say as soon as you get to the tiger, they'd be like, "Mr. Woods." That's it.
Oh man. Oh, imagine a civilization that built something like this and then disappeared.
Yeah, and you're supposed to say that towards the end at the second group of monkeys.
Oh, good part.
Elephant pool. Turning around, surprised. Hey, look what we found. The secret bathing pool of the Indian elephant. It's okay to stare. They have their trunks on.
I've actually heard that. Oh.
I did not deserve that. I apologize.
Whatever. Get a little trigger happy. It's okay. Remember those African elephants we saw earlier? These are their cousins. They have smaller ears and smoother trunks.
Look at that big shot over there. The one with the private shower. And here are some little squirts down in front.
Oh, man.
At least I've actually heard all these.
Wasn't one of them named Squirt or something? Or am I just imagining things now that I'm tipsy?
I think this is all in your imagination.
That's fine. Okay, we're good with that. First elephant. Whoops. Looks like we might get a shower of our own. He's going back under. Let's get out of here. And
then the second elephant. Look out. He brought along a friend. It's the old elephant squeeze play. Do I not know sports enough to know what that even means? Is it a sports term?
It is a sports term.
Okay.
I don't watch enough sports.
While you're paying attention to one, the second one's going to squirt you.
Yeah, kind of. Mm-hmm. They're
Okay.
just working as a team there. Little combo. Not that
Gotcha.
I watch enough sports to really. Oh, okay. So look out in the back. He's coming up again. Parents, this is a good time to hold your kids up to see the action. They make great shields. Elephant stops. Guess he forgot to pack his trunk. Second elephant raises again. Hey, here comes this one again. Look out. Look out. Just kidding. Little dry humor there. Let's get out of here. That's pretty
A
good.
little dry humor. Oh, there's an alternative. Look out in the back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Elephant stops. Turn to front elephant. Now rising again. Look out up front. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Just kidding, folks. Guess he forgot to pack this trunk. It says this trunk. Guess he forgot to pack his trunk. What we call a little dry humor around here.
That's pretty good. I like the dry humor. That's pretty
The
good.
dry humor is good, yeah. And that's usually where I hear the snot joke. Like most people think that's water they're spraying you with, but it's not. Always funny to me.
Well, crew, I hope you've enjoyed exploring the rivers, jungles, and the rainforests of the world. But you probably saw they're more than just exciting places to visit. You've seen they support all kinds of life on our planet. That's why we have to guard and protect them. Here's
Welcome to the
somebody who
90s.
agrees with me. That's Chief Name, the head man of the jungle. When he sees people harming his river, he has a tendency to lose his head. And so do they.
Oh my god,
my
environmentalism or you'll be murdered.
Oh my God.
Alternative?
But guns are bad, kids. Just remember that.
Yeah, don't shoot hippos in the face and don't litter or your head will be shrunken. Well, crew, we're coming to the end of our adventure, and it wouldn't be complete without Chief Name stopping to say hi. Everybody say hi, Chief. Do not force a crew response. Go on with the spiel. You know, the chief is the head protector of the jungle. That's right. When somebody harms his river, he has a tendency to lose his head, and so do they. It's just a shorter version.
Oh, here we go. I was looking for this joke.
Yeah,
Chiefs
and then
also-
we'll talk about his name in a minute too.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not what they call him anymore, is it? They call
No.
him, they call him the other thing. The chief's also quite a jungle businessman, but sales have been shrinking lately. So he has a special this week. 2 of his heads for 1 of yours. Any takers? Think about it. You'll come out ahead on the deal. That's the one I hear the most, I think.
They leave out a little bit that everyone says. Any way you slice or dice it, you'll come out ahead. Which just sounds even more dark. Use in case of backup before or after chief. Use where needed. Oh my god. Yes, it's actually in here. That's awesome. The chief's very proud of the exotic plants in his part of the jungle, and they've really started to grow on me, too. So I'd like to take a moment to point out a few of my favorites right now. Point off the boat at various plants. There's that one. And that one. That one. Oh, I like that one. Any questions?
That's great.
I saw someone recently do the same joke, but then all of a sudden it's like, I'd just like to point out some of my friends here in the plants families, and they'd be like, that one's Monica. That's Chandler. There's Ross over there. I was like, oh my god, you're taking it too far. So yeah, Chief Name or Chief. No one's even entirely sure. It was Trader Sam for the first 20 years, and then in the 90s it changed to Chief Name, and now it's back to Trader Sam.
Yeah, and they put Trader Sam's in, right?
Yeah, now we have Trader Sam's at Polynesian.
So it makes sense again.
But although if you look at some of the photographs on the walls in Trader Sam's, you'll actually see one for Chief Name and Trader Sam being different, one at Disneyland and one at Disney World, but we still call him Trader Sam. He also had a different name, Trader something, at one point in Florida. But the rumor was that they were having a contest, or maybe... No, the contest thing I think was the rumor. That's not true. The real truth was there was a blank space, and it said Chief Name : blank.
Oh, yeah.
And you could put in your own name, or they were looking for a name. And as a joke, the skippers just kept calling him Chief Name, like a weird way of saying chief name, because that's what was in the script, Chief Name. And it stuck for a decade. And then Trader Sam's came back, and now we call him Trader Sam again, which it's I don't remember any of that. But looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I must have said Chief Name because it's here in the script. So it's so clearly Trader Sam again. It's so iconic.
I can't believe they tried to change it, but hey, whatever. Hi, Opal.
There's a sunken boat.
If any of you are wondering how we learn to pilot these boats, take a look over there. They must be practicing docking today. Speaking of docking,
I was gonna say when the boats get backed up, which it always does, especially if they have to put like a wheelchair on or something because it takes longer.
Yep.
When the boats are backed up, there's the alternates, like the one with like the pointing out some of my favorite plants, and then you just point. That's an alternate, and there's not much else as you could see. So you just kind of make up your own stuff. I would just tell as many bad jokes as I possibly could in the time I had.
mm-hmm.
And I can't remember many of them. I think I would do like the rhino thing, take away its credit card. But my favorite one was, operator, can you connect me with the king of the jungle? I'm sorry, but the lion is busy.
Ah.
I would tell progressively worse and worse and worse jokes. And be like, I bet you wish that they would hurry up ahead. Other things that don't appear to be in the script. We're going to be unloading in a minute. As you can see up ahead, there is a dock on the right and a dock on the left. We'll be getting out on the dock on the right. I know it's a little bit confusing. We call it a paradox. That's
great.
That's one of my favorite
I've heard
ones.
that.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a popular one. I do not see it here. I'm skipping right to the unload. We're at the most dangerous and terrifying part of our journey, folks. A return to civilization and my attempt to dock this boat.
Did you have fun in the jungle today? Go right to the next line. Do not wait for the guest response. Give yourselves a hand. You were a great crew.
If there was a guest skipper, how about a hand for my assistant, Skipper Bob? Wasn't he great?
And finally, how about a hand for, strike a pose, your fearless skipper?
Fillers. Ooh, I like that. Use as many. There's only 2. Hey, there it is. Paradox, it's up ahead.
Nice.
Of all the crews I've had today, I have to tell you, you've been the most recent.
I've actually heard that one.
Or of all the crews I've had today, you've been one of them.
A word of warning, if you find your shoes filling up with water, you probably got out on the wrong side.
Yeah, see, that's good. That's good. Why? This is all the best stuff. These are all the gems. Now that we're done, like whoever was writing this was like, "Oh, I gotta hurry up," and like, I'm just gonna. I think they were in their own head too much during the beginning. See that dock on the right? See that dock on the left? They confuse a lot of people. That's why we call it a paradox. It's good. That's good.
Be sure to catch the parade today. And if you do catch it, be sure to let it go. It'll drag you all the way down Main Street, USA and through Frontierland.
That's good.
That's good. I like that one.
Say, if you have anybody in your party that gives you trouble today, bring them back at the end of the day. We have a special, halfway for half fare. No questions asked. Parents, remember that. Kids, you can remember that too.
That's good. I like that one. Okay, everybody, off your seats and on your feet. I've heard that one.
If you don't stand up, you'll have to go again. I knew that would get you up.
Watch your step, watch your head, and if you bump your head, watch your language, please.
See, I like that. I said that a lot, and I didn't even realize it was in the script. I said, watch your step, watch your head. If you bump your head, watch your language. It's a family attraction. Bye, crew. Be careful. It's a jungle out there.
And that's the end of that.
Wow, it only took us an hour.
Holy Lord. Stumbling through. It's probably like 45 minutes because...
Oh, you think I'm going to edit it?
Oh, never mind, kids.
You have high hopes.
Nope, I'm good. I regret nothing.
Yeah, it's funny. I use the bump your head thing at Jaws. There's a lot of overlap on a lot of the unloading and loading stuff from both of them. Oh, how about if you had fun, my name's been Alicia. This has been the world famous Jungle Cruise. If you didn't, my name is Jen, and this has been Pirates of the Caribbean. Something like that one. And I do like it when people start off and they're like, "Welcome aboard this 3-hour cruise." Like, they don't, like, there's no joke. They just straight out say that. People are like, what? Yeah. Hope you all had a bathroom break.
That's awesome. There was some pretty good jokes in there.
There was one really good joke in there, and I do not remember at all.
Which one did you think was the really good joke?
A crashed airplane, only one thing
Oh,
could have
yeah.
done this, and that's
course.
hippos.
How could I forget? You couldn't talk for like 5 minutes.
It doesn't make any sense. It's so dumb. That makes Disney MGM Studios opening completely worth it. Because if it wasn't for that stupid airplane purchase, for the Humphrey Bogart scene at the end of the Great Movie Ride, we would not have that joke.
The hippo thing. That's going to be the new Horizon's butler.
It's only one thing could have done this. Now, if we do an episode like this for Jaws, on the one hand, I worked there a lot longer and more recently, so I'll have more behind the scenes stuff to talk about. But on the other hand, the script is only 5 minutes long and there is no alternate, so we would get through it a lot faster.
I think it'll make one or two people happy though to hear the Jaws stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you that the Jungle Cruise is unfortunately still running.
Thanks to the hippos.
They're
was fun.
flapping their arms and flying, taking down the airplane. Or...
That's great. That was fun.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
We should do it again sometime. Jungle Cruise Part 2. Jingle Cruise. I liked going around at like the end of the day with no one else there. And just like people beyond their microphone just singing like a wee boy, a wee boy. All right. I don't know how to end it.
Good job. That does it.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for dealing with us. Bye, guys.